Hello, everyone, and welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah, this is how we roll at Checkpoint. I want to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. You know that at Checkpoint, we equip, empower, and edify you with content, valuable information that helps you to become a better version of yourself. And we can't wait to share with you what we have for today. But you know that I would always start by saying thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you for sharing on your other social media platforms, and most importantly, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience, and for this we are indeed grateful. Now, welcome today to Checkpoint, and before I share the topic for today, a very interesting one at that, one that will touch you no matter where you are in life. I like you to go ahead and do what we always do: share, and share. Share the link, all right? Share the link to everyone you know, share the link to every platform you belong. Let them know that it is time for Checkpoint. I can't wait to bring today's topic to you, and I know it will be a huge blessing to you. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after the break. Okay, and welcome back to Checkpoint. All right, I'm so glad that you joined us today. And on today's topic, I'll be sharing something that is very sensitive, especially in the times that we are in. And today's topic is how to handle difficult times in life. How to handle difficult times in life. See, no matter how big you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how educated you are, no matter how intelligent you are, every one of us will get to have difficult times in one season or the other. The fact that your life has been easy and without challenges, I clap for you. Well done. But please just calm down, because very soon it will be your turn if you had not experienced it already. Because every one of us, no matter how good we are, no matter how classy we are, no matter how intelligent we are, no matter how smart we are, we all will eventually get to experience difficult times. So but I discovered that in this generation, something that we call the adversity quotient is very low, for some people. There is a lot of emphasis on improving on your intelligence quotient, where you have to, that's the IQ, where you have to study, learn to become a professional in any field that you desire. There's also the new one coming up, that is the EQ, emotional quotient. People are able to learn how to relate with others and develop good social skills so they can have quality relationships. That's the emotional quotient. But then there is this AQ, which is the adversity quotient. In the adversity quotient, it is your ability as an individual to undergo difficult times without being destroyed by that difficult time. Your ability to pass through a time that is difficult and then survive and thrive through it. That is what makes your adversity quotient high. But if you're not able to thrive through it, if it's able to destroy you or scatter you or demobilize you, then your adversity quotient is little. In this generation, where things are getting more difficult, and it's not just getting difficult economically, that like in our country we're undergoing some kind of financial brouhaha, economic brouhaha. And despite that, in some other countries, it could be war. In other countries, it could be bad leadership. So there are several things mitigating against the welfare and the peace of individuals all across the world. But it's important that you understand the key things that you need to know in order to be able to handle difficult times successfully in life. So I want to tell you the truth. Every one of us have been through one kind of difficult time or the other. Now, the keys, the strategies with which we are able to thrive through it is what I'm about to share with you today. Now, I'd like you to do this for me. In the comment section, go ahead and let me know what your own ideas are too. Knowledge is inexhaustible. There will be dimensions of how to handle difficult issues in life that I may not be able to cover. And I'd like you to join me to just share it, all right? share in the comment section. I will also love to read from you. Now, it's important that we know that difficult times do come, and sometimes they don't come as because it's sometimes they don't come because it's of any fault of yours. They just come because that's what they do. They just come, and when it comes your way, you need to know how to navigate and how to go through it. And one thing we should know about difficult times is that your kind of difficult time may not be my own kind of difficult time, right? And because our difficult times are different, there would likely be peculiar ways through which you can handle your own difficult times. But what I'm sharing today is just like a general template with which you can navigate through your hard and difficult times. All right, so let me begin to share the points I have prepared for you in this topic: how to handle difficult times in life. Number one thing I'd like to share with you is this: that you should focus on the things within your control. In life, there will certainly be things that are outside your control. There will certainly be things that you cannot control, right? So there are things that are under your control. There are things that are beyond your control. But what you can do is just to focus on the things that you can control. It is commonly said that life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% how you react to what is happening to you. So which means that you may not be able to control that 10%, how what happens to you, but that 90% is your prerogative to be able to handle it, to be able to decide for yourself how best to handle that difficult situation. Now, how we handle our situations, how we handle the difficulty that comes our way is what separates one person from another. It's what makes one person better than the other. It's what makes one person look stronger than the other. It's what makes one person look more intelligent than the other. This is why you have to be careful about how you handle your difficult times. It is true that people have different varied degrees of difficult times, but some have been able to rise through their difficult times, while some others have been able to be suppressed through their difficult times. So whether you arise or whether you get suppressed is entirely up to how you decide to handle these difficult times. So focus on what you can control. In life, there are certainly things you can control, and there are certainly things that you cannot control. But if you put all your focus on the things that you cannot control, you see that you begin to set yourself up for failure. You begin to self-sabotage, because when you self-sabotage, you are simply giving yourself a lot of trouble that you don't even deserve, right? So you begin to tell yourself why you cannot make it, why it has not happened before. See, this is not the time for you to begin to worry about things you cannot control. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So focus on the things that you can control and control them, and then leave the ones you cannot control because you can't do anything about it. Is that okay? All right, so let's talk about number two. Number two, way to handle difficult times in life: don't withdraw in tough times. There's this attitude. There's this attitude that people usually do, right? It's an attitude that they practice. When things are difficult, they withdraw. They withdraw from everybody. They withdraw from people that love them. They withdraw from people that can even help them navigate those difficult moments. Please, when you are going through a difficult moment, don't withdraw. Do you know that some predators, if they want to successfully destroy a prey or capture a prey, eat a prey, consume a prey, what they do is that they try to isolate that prey. Difficult times in life will try to isolate you, try to bring you apart, try to keep you alone. And this is the strategy of the devil to destroy you and to annihilate you completely. So you cannot afford to fall into that trap. I know people are not kind anymore, right? I know that the world is becoming a more difficult place. I understand that you have tried to get help and you're not getting the help that you desire. I understand that people who should stand by you are really not standing by you. But you see, withdrawing yourself is the fastest way for you to destroy yourself. There must be somebody here on earth who understands you. Look for people who you know that even if, somebody will say, oh, I don't want to talk to anybody, I just want to withdraw to myself. Reason is this: nobody will understand my part. They will support the other person. They will support the one who is hurting me. How do you know? Have you become Nostradamus? How did you know that they would support the other person hurting you? How would you know that they will support the perpetrator and not stand on your behalf? So, even if the first person you talk to blamed you and the second person you talk to blame you, there's a chance that the third person will not blame you. And please go out and make sure that you connect with other people who can truly help you navigate this difficult time. See, some of the things that we carry on our head, like a huge and big burden, sometimes somebody already has been through that and the person already has a solution. So why would you carry this burden all by yourself? Why will you handle it all by yourself, all alone? See, I don't know what the nature of that burden is. I don't know what the nature of that problem is. I don't even know how the difficult time is presenting itself in your life. But one thing I want to encourage you to do is that you should never withdraw, all right? Never withdraw. Never go back and stay all by yourself and say, oh, since nobody loves me, since nobody cares about me, I'm just going to be all by myself. See, when you stay all by yourself, the devil desires to use an idle hand. So when the devil sees an idle hand, the devil begins to rejoice because he knows that another tool, another vessel of use is available. So please, I want to encourage you, never ever withdraw when you are in difficult times. See, difficult times happen, right? It was Zig Ziglar that said that tough times happen, but tough people do what? Handle them. Tough times come. But when those tough times come, tough people are able to survive it. And you are tough. Yes, you are tough. You are watching me right now. Believe me when I tell you, you are tough. And you will overcome and subdue any tough situation that has come your way. Believe it. Because very soon, it will be a thing of the past. Let's talk about number 3. Are you ready? All right. So number 3, ways for you to handle difficult times in life is that you have to try to avoid negative people. I just told you, don't withdraw yourself, right? Now, but when you refuse not to withdraw yourself and then you go and meet negative people, negative things, plus, negative things, pro max, will begin to happen in your life. That's just how it works. So, when you are going through a difficult time, one good thing you can do for yourself is try to avoid negative people, because they will complicate your matter. They will complicate the challenge. They will make it more difficult. They will amplify the problem you are going through. This is why you have to avoid negative people. Sometimes these negative people are even people of your family. Sometimes they could even be friends. So you have to be careful not to allow them to come into your life and institute a colony of negativity. Some of them don't believe in you. Some of them don't believe in what you are doing. Some of them will blame you for everything. Some of them will look at you and ridicule you. Some of them don't even believe in the vision that you have. And when these things happen, they can even amplify the gravity of your difficulty, right? Because we're talking about difficult times here. So when you are going through a difficult time, please try to avoid negative people. Already they have complicated your life enough. Already they have made things difficult for you enough. Already they are not kind, right? They are just messing things up. And some of them, they will not just look at you and ridicule you. They will take you to problem. Like you are having a difficult time, they will take you to a place where your problem becomes complicated. There is somebody that you might be explaining to their predicament, the challenges you are going through, the difficulty that is in your life, and the person will say, oh, let's go to a herbalist. Oh, let's go to a native doctor. They are simply taking you to where your problem will be complicated. So maybe they can even heal you of backache and give you waist pain. They can heal you of waist pain and give you leg pain. It's just like that. So this is why you have to be intentional. You have to be very, very deliberate in your life and in the way you handle things, and make sure that you avoid negative people, because negative people will bring nothing into your life except their baggage of negativity. You get that? All right, so let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is that while all of these things are happening, you have to develop healthy habits. I've seen people that when they are feeling bad, when they are going through a certain difficulty, they begin to binge on junk. Like seriously. They begin to binge on junk. They begin to binge on wrong foods for themselves. So they will take ice cream, they'll take juices, they'll take all manner of processed food because they are feeling sad. And if you ask them, say they are feeling sad, and so listen to me, when you are feeling sad, when you're going through those difficulties, if you keep binging on those kind of junk, you are also creating a fresh set of problems for yourself. This is why you cannot afford to do that. All right. And then some others begin to binge on negative habits. They will never exercise, they will never stretch their body, they stay in one place and watch series of movies over and over and over again, and eventually by the time they decide to stand up, they're having knee pain, jointal pain, back pain, different kinds of pain. So please, I am begging you, when you are going through a difficult time, still try and do everything in your power to develop healthy habits in terms of eating good food, good quality food, healthy habits in terms of exercising properly, healthy habits in terms of allowing a positive atmosphere around you. These are healthy habits, and there's a ton of them. So please let me know in the comment section if you what other healthy habits you think that people who are going through difficult times should incorporate. And let me tell you, if you just joined this video now, please go back to the beginning so that you can catch up on everything that we are sharing, so that you can be a full partaker of the content of this video. All right, so number 5 thing that you have to do in order to handle difficult times in life is that you have to practice a body and mind technique. You have to practice a body and mind relaxation technique. So a body and mind relaxation technique is something that you have to do in order to make sure that your mind and your body are in sync, right? Like the yin and yang, that you have to make sure that your mind is at rest. You can get this, some people say yoga exercises. I don't know much about yoga exercises, and some people say it's diabolic. I don't know all about that. But if there is any tool, anything that you can do, for some they go for a massage, for some they go for a spa, for some they go for recreational activities, for some they go for a vacation. Whatever you can do that is legit, that is godly, that is nice, that does not harm anybody or bring pain to any other person, that you have to do in order to make sure that your mind and your body are in a relaxed state. You see, this does not remove the difficulty, certainly. Let me be practical here. It does not remove the difficulty, but it keeps your mind and your body in a state where you are able to handle it, in a state where you are able to endure it, in a state where you are able to overcome it, in a state where you are able to survive and even thrive through it. See, talking about your mind and your body, relaxing your body, see, it is not going to remove the problem at all. So, but then it can help you handle the difficulty because it will keep you in a good mental frame, which means that you're able to make proper decisions. You're able to make proper choices. In life, there are 3 major C's of life. And the 3 major C's are chances, choices, and consequences. When chances present themselves, you have to make a choice. And whatever choice you make will determine the consequences that you eventually get. So this is the link between the chances, the choices, and the consequences. You need to know that healthy choices is your prerogative. It's something that you're supposed to do. It's something that is expected of you. So please, when you are going through a difficult time, just sit back and practice a mind and body relaxation technique. What works for me might not be what works for you. For some, they just want to go. My ideal mind and body relaxation technique will be something like going to Hawaii and sitting by a blue beach, and drinking that coconut water with straw from the coconut. But see, these are fantasies, right? So for whatever it is that makes you feel good, whatever it is that makes you feel calm, whatever it is that makes you feel like you can handle this difficulty, whatever makes you feel like you can live again, because it is at this juncture, at this very point, that people begin to kill themselves, that people begin to commit suicide because of one difficulty or the other. But let me tell you the truth, no matter how difficult that difficulty is, no matter how difficult that difficulty is, your life is worth more than that. You can't allow one difficulty to take you away from this world. You can't allow, no matter how embarrassed you feel, you think this is going to be one good thing you must do for yourself is to know that you will not be the first, and neither will you be the last. Yes, your story might make waves, people might talk bad against you, but after a while they'll move on to other important things. And is one of the worst things for you to do is to still be accusing somebody who God has already forgiven, right? So somebody has done something in the past, but God has already forgiven that person, and you're still there accusing the person. You are wasting your time, right? Because when God called most of us, He did not call us because we don't have an ugly past. Some of us have ugly past. But then what God did was that He was able to wash us away from that ugly past. Apostle Paul is an example. No matter how bad it is, you have not killed somebody. And even if you have killed somebody and you are sorry about it, the highest that would do is that the law will take its course. But then you know that from your heart, you are paying the price for something that you did, for a choice that you made. And then you just know in your heart that this is not the end of the road, right? Life does not end here. So no matter how difficult, no matter how painful, no matter how mistaken you have been to have done whatever it is you are doing, I want you to know that there is still a way out of that difficulty. Your life does not have to end with that difficulty. That difficulty does not have to claim your life, no matter how bad it is. Tell yourself that you can arise out of that difficulty. You know the bird they call the phoenix? The phoenix is the kind of bird that even if a entire place is burnt down, the phoenix might burn for a while, but before you know it, that same phoenix will arise out of the ashes. That's why the bird called the phoenix is known for being able to survive difficult times, and that's what gives it its uniqueness. Now, I'm not saying you're a phoenix, but you can rise out of any burnt ashes that is already in your life. You can rise out of any challenge. And what I'm telling you, because I don't know the peculiarity of your problem, I cannot be emphatic on a particular case. But one thing I do know is that you are bouncing back. You are coming out of that problem. You are surviving that problem. And this problem will not be the end of you. Please take note, it is not the end of you. You will come out stronger than when you entered into it. All right, so number 6 way that you can use to handle difficulty in life is that you have to accept life the way it is rather than how you wish it to be. Accept life the way it is rather than as you wish it to be. I know there is a way you wish your life to be. I know there are dreams like that you have, right? There are visions that you already have, and you are thinking about all of them. I'm thinking about all the things, all the incredible things that you can really do with your life and everything. But it is wisdom for you to accept what you cannot change, right? So you should come to that point where you're able to accept life as it is, and then see what you can make out of that life currently. Yesterday in church, I was preaching, and I was talking about the 4 leprous men in the book of 2 Kings 7. These 4 leprous men, they already understood their fate. Yesterday I was sharing it in church, and they knew where they were. They knew what they were. They knew their situation. But they said to themselves, why sit we here and die? What is the use of dying and doing nothing about it? The people we are coming from, the people of Israel, they've sent us out. People of Samaria, they've sent us out. They don't want us in there. And the other people who are outside the army of Syria, they won't even want to have us. Like, they would kill us on sight. So, but if we sit here, hunger will kill us equally. So instead of just staying here and doing nothing, it's best we do something with our situation. So they understood their predicament. They accepted life as it is, and they knew that the situation was not ideal, right? Their life was not the way they pictured it to be, but they had to still do something about it. And they knew that they cannot sit here and die. And they made up their minds to begin to move forward towards the army of the Syrians. But God did something remarkable. God saw these 4 leprous men and knew that they needed help, and amplified the sound of their feet and the sound of their movement, despite they were disabled, was like the sound of the noise of a mighty chariot, the noise of horses, the noise of mighty armies, and this army of Syria assumed that this king of Israel has hired, and king of Samaria, they've hired soldiers to come and fight them, and they fled for their life. And the Bible says they ran for their life, they fled for their lives, and they ran away. And when these guys came, they experienced buoyancy, they experienced abundance, they experienced a lot of great and beautiful things that they saw, and they ate so much so that they had to go back to the city to tell people, there is food here. In fact, They were the source of deliverance for the people, for their people. Imagine the 4 leprous men being the solution, being the answer to the predicament of an entire nation. 4 leprous men saved their nation. 4 leprous men came through for their generation. 4 leprous men, their book names must have been inscribed in the annals of history, because these men were 4 leprous men who were already given up on, but they were the reason why their country was able to survive a difficult time. And this was because they did not focus on their own difficulty. They accepted life the way it already is, instead of what they think or what they wish it should be. And they took responsibility for their lives, and the result was amazing. The result was great, and things changed. So you watching me right now, the essence of sharing all of this information is so that you can make up your mind, to do something about where you are. Difficult times don't last, but tough people do. That's what the book that Zig Ziglar wrote. Said tough times never last, but tough people do. You are tough. You are tougher than the toughness that is coming around you, right? You are tougher than the toughness you are experiencing. You are tougher than the tough situations that is going on in your life right now. So tough times never last, but tough people do. That's the title of the book by Zig Ziglar. So I want to encourage you and tell you that you can make it. No matter how difficult it is, you can achieve all that you set your heart to do. But you have to take it one step after the other. You have to start by accepting the situation, the life as it is, rather than how you wish it should be. All right, so let's talk about another one, number 7. Number 7 point I'd like to share with you on how to handle difficult times in life is that you have to take your time. I wish this take your time can in fact be the entire message I want to talk about on this checkpoint program. Take your time. Your time is not my time. My time is not your time. And there's something beautiful about God, is that He makes all things beautiful in His time, not in your time. So just take your time. Learn to take your time. Don't be in excessive hurry. Don't be hurrying to anywhere. See, the person you are currently comparing yourself to, you don't even know how short the person's life is, right? And then while you have a long way to go, you don't even know how difficult the person's life is eventually going to be. So please don't wish like that you be like any other person. Don't wish that you will become what you are not. No, take your time. I feel like putting up a banner titled "Take Your Time" everywhere, in front of your house, in front of your mirror. Take your time. Take your time. Good things will come to those who wait. Take your time. Your time will come. See, I know you have struggled, I know you have labored, I know you have made effort, I know you have tried, but after you have done all of this, take your time. Understand that even though there is a rat race going on, you don't have to be a part of that rat race, right? You don't have to be a part of it. You have a different timetable with God. You have a different timetable in your life. You have a different timetable in your destiny. So you cannot afford to come to the point where you are now wondering, oh, what is my life? Oh, my life is going down. Oh, time is going. I'm no longer as young as I used to be. I have to take drastic action. Listen to me. Take your time. The temptation is there. The pressure is real. Pressure from friends, pressure from peers, pressure from family members, and then pressure from social media. These things can send you to depression because you are thinking like you are lagging behind. But you need to understand that we are all in different time zones, right? By the time Nigerians are waking up from sleep, Americans are planning to go to bed. We're all in different time zones. And by the time they are planning to wake up from sleep, we are already gone. So it's important that you understand. And this does not mean that America is better than Nigeria, or Nigeria is better than America. No, the fact that we are faster does not even mean that we are farther in life. So Time zones. Everybody has their own different time zones, their own unique time zones. And in life, it's like that. There is a time appointed for you to make your first million. There's a time appointed for you to make your first 10 million. There's a time appointed for you to make your first 100 million. So you really have to be intentional about all of these things, and know that your time will come. Just make your necessary effort. Just do what you have to do as an individual, as a person. Just be diligent, be hardworking, and be prayerful. But when you have done all of this, please wait for your time. Because when your time comes, truly God makes all things beautiful. People be asking you, how were you able to achieve this? How were you able to do this? But they won't know the journey you had to pass through. They won't know the price that you had to pay. They won't know the things that you had to go through in order to get to where you are right now. So my advice to you, my dear friend, my advice to you, my dear one, is that you should take your time. Take your time. We are really not in any race. Take your time. Your time will come. Take your time. The people who have gone ahead of you, they are not better than you. Take your time. They may have started first, but eventually your own testimony will be the latest testimony. Take your time. I could just go round and round on this particular subject. I can talk about it over and over again, but I'm just going to move on because I want to believe that you have understood what I'm trying to say. Take your time. If you have somebody that is around you when you're watching this video, just not to the person and tell the person, take your time. And the person will be wondering, what's it about? Tell the person you are listening to, you're watching Checkpoint right now, or you're listening to Checkpoint, or you've been a part of this program. And I'm sure, I believe in my heart that it will blow your mind, right? Your life is about to change for the better. Okay? All right. So let's talk about number 8. Number 8 thing you have to do when you're going through a difficulty and how to handle that difficulty is that you have to practice gratitude. Honestly, this point is something that has really, really transformed my life. It is something that has really, really blessed my life. It is something I practice on the daily, and it has helped me to pass through the most difficult of times. One thing that the devil is a master at is that he tries hard. He tries very hard to make sure that our focus is not on the things that we already have. He puts our focus on the things that we don't have at all. He puts our focus on the things that our hands cannot even reach, and makes you to begin to feel bad, and makes you to begin to feel sorry for yourself. So you are depressed, you are unhappy, you are feeling terrible, and all of this, you are feeling it because you are not practicing gratitude. So gratitude is something that you have to learn to practice. Practice it daily. Practice it in private. Practice it publicly. Look at the things that you already have. Many of us are so focused on the things that we don't have. Many of us are so focused on the things that our hands cannot reach. Many of us are so focused on the things that took others so much time to get and want to have it right here now. Listen to me. Greatness is not fast food. Let me say it again. Greatness is not fast food. You don't order it from a fast food joint. It has to be worked out. So when you are going through a difficult time, you're going through a time that is demanding, you're going through an experience that is sort of difficult for you, I want you to stop and practice gratitude. Gratitude will help you to look forward to the things that you actually do have. Gratitude will help you to focus on the things that are happening well in your life. See, I know the times are difficult, but there is still something working in your life. You can't tell me everything is not working. I'm telling you, the fact that you have a functional brain, to be able to know that you have a problem, to be able to know that you are going through a difficult time, the fact that you are able to sit down and think it through is a proof that you have a functional brain, and you should be thankful for that functional brain. Be thankful. Be thankful that you have your 2 hands working. Be thankful that your legs are working. Be thankful that you have a mind that is sharp. Be thankful that you have eyes that can see. Be thankful that you have certain people in your life who love you, who care for you, who reach out to you. Be thankful for many things. Be thankful for waking up from sleep, because it is not everybody who slept that eventually woke up. Some slept and they could not wake up. When you practice gratitude on a daily basis, what it will do for you is that it will open your eyes to opportunities that already exist. It will open your eyes to beautiful good chances that you still have to become who God wants you to be. It will open your eyes to every good thing in your life. In fact, it will make you healthy, it will make you happy, it will make you joyful, because you are no longer counting only your losses, you are also counting your beautiful gains. You are also counting the gains you have been able to make in life. So see me, look at me very well, listen to me very well. You have to practice gratitude. So please tell me right now in the comment section. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your thoughts are. What are you grateful for? Please type it in the comment section. I want to read it. I'm going to read it at the end of this video. What are you grateful for? I, for one, am grateful for many things. For having a sound mind, for having an amazing family, for having siblings and a mother who loves me, for having beautiful things in my life, for being able to afford certain things, for being able to think up a project and start it and finish it just because I can. There are 1,001 things I'm thankful for. The most important thing I'm thankful for is that I have Jesus in my life, that I'm born again, that I speak in tongues, that I'm connected with Elohim, that I have fellowship with God's Holy Spirit. That's what I'm thankful for. Pete tells me that I don't have to handle all my problems all by myself. I don't have to handle it all by my energy, all with my energy. Just my energy will fail me, my strength will fail me. But friends and family may even fail. But God is that one factor in your life that will be always there. He will stand by you. He will never disappoint you. He will never forsake you. He will never condemn you. He will never lead you astray. So I am always grateful for having God in my life. There are 1,001 things I can even tell you about being grateful, because I live a life of gratitude. I practice gratitude in everything I do. See, even when I have a difficult situation, I look out for the silver lining. I look out for the good part of it. I look out for what is good about this challenge. What is the good thing in it? Where is the blessing in it? And when I begin to do that, I begin to see areas where I should be thankful for. Can you practice it? Let me know right now in the comment section. What are you grateful for? You can give me a list of 3, or give me a list of 4. Let's begin to type. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. I'm not saying anything. Just type. Tell me what are you grateful for? I'll give you a minute. Just do that. All right? Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. All right. So number 9 thing that you have to do in order to be able to handle difficulties in life is that you need to accept success and failures as part of life's journey. You need to accept both success and failures as part of life's journey. In life, there are times when we will succeed. In life, there are times when we fail. Whether we are failing, whether we are succeeding, we are living life. Right? We are living life. The person who has never failed at anything is somebody who has never attempted anything ever. If you have ever attempted different things in your life, believe me, there are some things that you will see yourself failing at. And the fact that you failed one particular thing, the fact that you didn't do well on a particular thing, does not mean that your life is an entire failure, right? You are not a failure entirely. It is what you started that failed. It is the business you started that failed. It was the events you tried to plan that failed. You are not the failure. So you have to tell yourself that I am not the failure, right? I am not the failure. I am not the reason why everything is failing. I just tried it and it's failed, and that does not mean that this should be the end of the road for me. So I want to encourage you that you should accept both success and failure as part of life journey. Some of us, we behave like teenagers who are playing football, especially a teenager who does not have a spirit of sportsmanship at all. So when the teenager is winning, it's like, ooh, I'm the champion, I won. And then when they begin to fail, they'll be like, no, you cheated. Why will I fail? No, I did not fail. It's not me. No, it was your fault. And they begin to quarrel and fight over nothing. Don't be like that. Accept both success, accept both failures. I know we're believers. Oh, I shall not fail. I say amen to that. But after you say amen, in reality, there will be things that you will not do well. There will be things that you fail at. And the fact that you fail at something today does not mean that you fail at it forever. So I want you to know that after you failed at it today, just brush yourself up, wake yourself up, and dust off the dirt from your body and go back and try again. In fact, the best way to overcome defeat is to repeat. Let me say it again. The best way to overcome defeat is to repeat. Keep trying over and over again until you get what you actually want. Accept success and failure as part of life's journey. In the journey of life, there will be times when you win. In the journey of life, there will be times when you fail. And this is why I tell people a lot. Make sure that you are always practicing what we call celebrating your little wins. Okay, so in the practice of celebrating your little wins, what you are doing is that you are intentionally being grateful for the little victories that you've had in life, for the little things that you won in life. So I don't be too hard on yourself, right? Even when you fail, don't be too hard on yourself. Tell yourself that it's not the end of the road, it's just a bend in the road, but it's not an end of the road. It's not the end of the road, it's just a bend in the road. And when you meet a bend, what do? You just bend and continue your movement. So please, it's not the end of the road, it's just a bend in the road. Tell yourself that you can wake up from this failure. Tell yourself that both successes and failures that you have experienced in life, that they are all part of the package. They are all part of who you are meant to be. They're all part of who you are supposed to be in the long run. So please, I want to encourage you, whether it is success, clap for yourself. If it is failure, encourage yourself. See, I always tell people, when you fail, see, it is discouraging when you fail, right? But it is detrimental when you decide to remain where you failed. It is discouraging when you fail, but it is destructive when you remain where you failed. The fact that you failed is not your fault, but the fact that you chose to remain where you failed, that is entirely your fault, because there was something you could have done about it that you refused to do. So I want to encourage you today, make up your mind. Tell yourself that, well, if you succeed, well, good and fine. If you do not succeed, that you will be willing to try again in life, because it's just a difficult road, just a difficult situation, and you will overcome it for good. Now, the final point 10, that I'll be sharing with you today is that for you to be able to handle difficulty in life, is that you have to take care of your relationships. Okay, attend to your loving relationship. Make sure that you have people in your life. Service those relationships. Okay, the relationships are serviced. You don't just expect somebody to love you just like that. As the person is loving you, you have to reciprocate. You have to show back that you also love and care for the person. Okay, don't be a one-sided friend. Don't be a one-sided person in the relationship, when you're always receiving, and you're not giving anything out in return. Even a rich person, a wealthy person, even the king wants a gift. Even kings want gifts. They want to see what you can do for them. They want to see how you can be a blessing to them. They want to see how you can support them. So even kings demand gifts. They demand love. They demand care. And this is why you have to intentionally service your relationship. A farmland that is not cultivated will eventually grow the rankiest of weeds, because it is not cultivated. But if you intentionally cultivate that farm, if you intentionally make sure that the relationship is cultivated, there is a symbiotic relationship. All right, a symbiotic relationship is one in which that both parties are benefiting from that relationship. If you develop that kind of relationship with anybody, I believe it will be a huge blessing to you, because in difficult times you need people. But I want to tell you this truth: there is one person who can come into your life now, and a certain problem in your life will disappear forever. Let me say it again. I am serious about it. There is one person who will come into your life right now, and when they come into your life, there is a certain problem currently in your life that will disappear forever. This one person can handle it comfortably. This one person can settle that matter for you once and for all. So that is why you need people in your life. That's why you cannot afford to shy away or withdraw or stay by yourself. No, you need people in your life. So if you need people in your life, the Bible says that he who loves wants friendship must also show himself friendly. There is a role for you to play. You have to show that you are friendly. You have to show that you love relationship with other people. When you're always one-sided, collecting, and you're not giving, you're not reaching out to people, they'll begin to avoid you. It's natural. They'll begin to avoid you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. This is why you have to intentionally tend to your relationships. Reach out to people, care for people, all right, love people. Don't be around somebody simply because you want to take something from the person. Don't hang around somebody simply because you want to benefit something from the person. There are people that they will never come around you until they want something from you. There are people that they don't even have a relationship with you, but the moment they feel like begging you for something, they come around to beg you with full alacrity, because you are the custodian of their own wealth, of their generation. Listen to me, that should not be the case. This is why I want to encourage you that whenever you find yourself in the midst of other people, in the midst of relationship with colleagues or friends or union or a group of people, or your colleagues, please make sure that you are also giving out something. It may not be necessarily be money, but let it be that, let them see that you are also giving something in return. Let them see that there's a reason why you'll be missed. All right, provide your services, provide your goods, be available for others, and this is how you are able to tend to your relationship. See, I could go on and on and on about how to handle difficult times. There are so many other things I have not said, but I know in my heart that this few I have shared with you will really, really go a long way in helping you to handle difficult moments. Remember, according to Zig Ziglar, that tough times don't last, but tough people do. You know, it will come and it will go eventually. And when it goes, you'll be strong again, you'll be fine again, you will smile again, you will live again, you will be free again. So please encourage yourself in the Lord, strengthen yourself, and tell yourself that this is not the end of the road for you. You will become better, you will do everything that God has packaged for you to do, and you will not remain a failure. So I want to encourage you today, because I know in my heart that God is already starting something powerful and something wonderful with you, and His good purposes concerning your life will eventually come to pass. See, I am rooting for you. I am rooting for your success. I am rooting for your breakthroughs. I'm rooting for your testimonies. I'm rooting for your next level, because I believe that this kind of information I'm sharing with you is worth your while. It is powerful enough to push you to your next level in life and in destiny. And I am so excited for who you are about to become. I am so excited for who you will be, you know. And these are the few things I wanted to share with you today on Checkpoint. You know, I hope you were thoroughly blessed, and I know it was a huge blessing to you. Please, if you just joined this video late, do yourself a favor, go back to the beginning of the video and watch till this end. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Everyone, I hope you are blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you will be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.